Every year when Madden drops, I'm doing a relocation franchise for you guys, but for whatever reason, we're now in November and I've yet to actually do one of those for you. Now, recently I put out a poll and I asked you guys what team should I actually relocate, and I gave you guys a couple of options, and the winner of that poll was the Oakland Raiders. But I'm here to actually tell you I'm not going to choose the Oakland Raiders because one, they traded Khalil Mack to the Chicago Bears, and two, John Gruden's on that payroll for a really long time. But the real reason is a lot of content creators are using the Oakland Raiders for either franchise or relocation franchise, so I don't want to do something that's already been done a ton. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to choose a different team, and that team for our relocation franchise this season will be none other than who? The Buffalo Bills. Now, a lot of you guys might also be asking, why did you choose the Buffalo Bills? Well, the whole point of a relocation franchise, in my opinion, is to do with a really, really difficult team that has just been perennially bad. And as you can tell, the Bills haven't really won much of anything in the past decade or two. So I'm going to move them to a different city, make them a much better team, and we'll see how it goes. If you guys are hyped for this, as always, make sure you guys crush the like button. Let's get 1,000 likes in the first episode, and I'll drop another one ASAP for you guys if you guys can crush that mark. Now, one of the first things I want to do as an owner is get rid of some of the older, more marquee players and trade them for either younger talent or draft picks that I can get younger talent. So, first thing up is LaShawn McCoy. He's been great, but it's time to move him on. So the Jets are the place I'm trying to send him for a second-round pick and a fifth-round pick. Is it even close? That's actually closer than I thought it would be. Now, to make this deal go through, I'm going to try to offer them a fourth-round draft pick to see if we can make it actually work. And we got it. Kelvin Benjamin is a guy that should probably be playing tight end more so than wide receiver, so we're going to try to move him to the Bengals for a first-round draft pick. I doubt it actually is even close to happening. Holy crap. We're about to rob the Cincinnati Bengals. So to make this trade work, I'm going to try to give up one of the fifth-rounders, which we just acquired, Kelvin Benjamin, and their first-rounder in return. Is it worth? It actually worked. Are you kidding me? Now, we obviously traded away Kelvin Benjamin, and our team is going to be trash this year, but that's fine because I want to be trash and get a really, really good draft pick. So I need to sign another receiver, and we're going to go with Braxton Miller out of the Ohio State University. Get him signed to a one-year deal. Again, we'll see how he performs overall, and hopefully Josh Allen stays healthy, but I think Braxton Miller can contribute at least in the return game and a little bit in the receiving game too. Now, a lot of you guys might be wondering, what is our draft class going to look like? Now, I'm using the AFDC1 draft class from Operation Sports. This draft class is available on Xbox One, and basically they put it together so you can have a really cool draft class of fictional players, and I think it's a really cool project, so I'm supporting them by downloading it and telling you guys about it. These are not going to be your regular college players that are incorporated in here because I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit, so keep that in mind. No real players, these are all fictional guys, but it should add a lot of suspense and drama to these picks too. And you might have noticed that I've scouted not one, but two and maybe three quarterbacks. That's because I'm not sold on Josh Allen. If we find a guy that I think could be better than Josh Allen, I 100% will draft him. But as you can see on the left-hand side, we have a lot of holes on offense, and so I want to make sure that we fill those. But quarterback, I'm still open to filling it too. Now, Kyle Williams is old. He's 35, and he's on the last year of his contract. And the Falcons are in desperate need of a defensive tackle, so I'm going to offer them that for the first rounder. Holy crap, they're about to pull the trigger on this. Are you kidding me? I guess the part of the dilemma too is that the Falcons are in win now mode, and their first round draft pick ideally will be at the end of the first, but I will take as many first rounders as possible. We almost got him here too. So to get this to try to work, I'm giving them a fifth and a sixth rounder in addition to Kyle Williams, and the answer to that scenario is they accepted. Now, there are a lot of different cities we could go to for the relocation of our franchise, but to me, there's only one choice that makes sense, and that is the city of Toronto. Now, we have a couple different options. We could choose to keep the Bills as the Bills, we could change it to the Huskies, the Mounties, but the name that makes the most sense to me is the Thunderbirds. Now, Jerry Hughes is really one of the last guys on our team that we could ship out of here and try to get a good draft pick for. So I'm going to try to get the Washington Racial Slurs first round draft pick. It is kind of later in the draft, but we'll see what we can get for that. So straight up, how close are we to this offer? Oh my God, they accepted it. Now, I know a lot of you guys might be freaking out about the volume of trades that we've done, but honestly, it's all about getting assets for our team. And look, we have about $87 million in cap space, so we're going to be able to sign a lot of big-time free agents. I think we'll be okay. So as it stands right now, we have 4 first rounders. We have our first round pick, which is number 11 at the moment. We have Cincinnati, Washington, Atlanta, and then Indianapolis. We get them for the second rounder along with our own second rounder as well. So that is a lot of draft picks. In just the first 6 draft picks, or excuse me, in the first 43 picks, we have 6 draft picks overall, which is huge for our team. Now, we have 3 jersey options right now for the Thunderbirds. We have option 1, which is solid. Option 2, which I think I actually really like. And then option 3, which is a little bit more plain, numbers on the side, no real kind of like stripe or little thing in the front. I think the option that I want to go with, though, I mean, I'm honestly between these two, but I'm going to go with option number 2 as the move. Let me know in the comments down below if you think I chose the wrong jersey, but this is the option I think that looks the best. Now, with the move to Toronto coming up, we've got an opportunity for a big stadium. So I could go basic. I'm going to go straight to the deluxe side because that's what really matters. So we have the deluxe traditional, deluxe sphere, deluxe hybrid, or the futuristic stadium. I mean, if you're me, you got to go with the big bucks. We're going futuristic because I want the stadium to look kind of crazy. The snow's going to be coming into the stadium too. We need the weather advantage because our team might be a little bit trash, at least for the first year or two. Now, we've made it to the end of the season, and I'll show you our record here in just one second. I know a lot of you guys want to see that, but let's look and see who won some of the awards this year. So your MVP goes to Tom Brady. Imagine that. Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers there in your top 5 as well. Your coach of the year doesn't go to our coach because we obviously had an abysmal year. Doug Peterson takes that with Dan Quinn and Anthony Lynn behind him. If we go to the AFC, you can see your offensive player of the year is going to be Tom Brady. Defensive player of the year is Donta Hightower. So they cleaned up on both sides of the ball this year. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Josh Allen. We had something. We won something, a couple of games, and Josh Allen won an award. So that's great news for us. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we get second place with Tremaine Edmonds. First place goes to Rashaan Evans. Best quarterback goes to Tom Brady with Big Ben behind him. Best running back goes to James White. Wow, the Patriots literally killed it this season, apparently. Best wide receiver, Julian Edelman. The Patriots, what didn't they win? Best offensive lineman, they somehow didn't win that. Best defensive lineman goes to Bruce Irvin. Best linebacker goes to Donta Hightower. Again, he won Defensive Player of the Year. Best DB goes to Tremaine Johnson. Best kicker goes to Steven Hauschka. So the Bills got Best Rookie of the Year on the offense and Best Kicker. 2 awards that no one really cares about. On the NFC, here's how it basically shook out. Carson Wentz gets your Offensive Player of the Year. Your Defensive Player of the Year is Deion Jones from the Falcons. Your Offensive Rookie of the Year is Saquon Barkley. Imagine that, the kid is ridiculous. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Roquan Smith. Your best quarterback is Carson Wentz, surprise, surprise. Best running back is Devonta Freeman. Best receiver is Devonta Adams. Best offensive lineman is Brandon Brooks. Defensive lineman is Ziggy Ansah. Best linebacker is Quan Alexander. Your best defensive back, wow, Patrick Peterson. He's not dead. Best kicker goes to Aldrick Rosas as well. Now we have Sean McDermott as our head coach right now, but let's just say that we're firing him. We also have a guy here who's our scout, firing him, and our trainer. We fired everyone. Let's take a quick look at the NFL standings and just see how everything shook out. From best, you get the Eagles, Jags, Falcons, Patriots, and Rams in your top 5. And we'll scroll through here to see where your favorite NFL team ended up finishing. But if you want to know where we finished, well, we're down here at the bottom and worst record in the NFL. #1 overall pick, baby. We got it. Now we can actually hire our coaching staff back because obviously we cut everyone loose at this point. And there's a couple of guys on the board. We've got Matt Hedrick, who runs a vertical power run, Demetrius Turner, who runs a spread offense. We have Tomas Pita, who runs a vertical zone run, Ballman, who runs a spread, and you can go on down the board. But I think the guy we're going to go with is Demetrius Turner. I want to run a spread offense. I'm okay with that. He runs a Tampa 2 for his defensive scheme. Maybe I might switch that up a little bit, but for right now, we're going to offer him, let's say 3 years. We bump his salary up to about 6.3. And let's see if he wants to come over here to Toronto. For scouts, we got a couple of different options here. Now you can see Grodin is good at running back overall. Dub is good at quarterback overall. And then you see DB overall for Ray Woodall. I'm actually going to go here because I'm more likely to draft more defensive backs than I am a quarterback or running back. So I'm going to give Ray Woodall an offer here. He wants 140 over 3 years. I'm going to say, look, I know we're a dumpster fire at the moment, but believe in us. Believe in us, okay? And then lastly, we need to go over here and get ourselves a trainer. So I need someone with world-class regression. So we've got Dan Winters, we have Nick Garrett, and we have Ryan Glukowski. No one's really offered, or actually everyone's offered Winters. So I'm gonna go with Glukowski here. We're gonna offer him, let's give him 110 over 3 years again. Please come to Toronto. And the great news here is that we got our head coach, we got our trainer, and we got our scout. So our entire coaching staff, they're locked up now. With the Super Bowl about to be played, we can take a look at the Pro Bowl roster and just see who made the squad. So we can see Tom Brady, of course, out here dominating. I'm looking for some Buffalo Bills, and so far I'm not really seeing any Buffalo Bills at the moment, but it's fine. It's fine. A lot of the usual suspects, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Gronkowski's on there, Charles Clay. We did get a Pro Bowler. I'm happy about that. Taylor Lewan, you see Jason Kelsey, Yonda, Penn, Campbell, Wake, Myles Garrett's out here at 92 overall already in his career. That dude's gonna be a stud. Bruce Irvin, Geno Atkins, Khalil Mack on the other side. I mean, there's some big names out there. We didn't really have that many people, But you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it overall because going into next season, watch how nasty we are. Our coaching staff, they're filled. And now it's time to sign some free agents and show you guys that we've got a lot of money to spend, and I want to make sure we spend it smartly for the most part. So let's go ahead and see who's available. We have 65 million in cap space. So Jay Ajayi is one of the major guys out there. He's getting a lot of offers. He's 26, so he could be a guy that maybe we'd look at, but he wants a 5-year deal. Jason Verrett is there. I think we're absolutely going to make an offer for him. He's actually fairly cheap at 2 years at basically 10 million. Jonathan Hankins, Trevor Williams, Randall Cobb, Ken Crawley, another guy who make a play at. He's only 26 years old. Cameron Wake's there, a Rackball. Okay, let's go ahead and make a couple of offers and let's see who we bring on to the Toronto Thunderbirds. As you guys know, we had about 65 million to spend, so I'm literally trying to break the bank right now. So here's all the guys that were offering contracts, and you can kind of see over there beside me where we sit. So Jason Verrett, we're at 102 points. Rams are in second place with 98. Trevor Williams, we're at 97. Giants are at 93. Jake Elliott, we're at 90. Dante Fowler Jr. would be a great fit for us at right end. We got him at 98. Eagles are at 96. Preston Smith, we're the only person offering him a contract right now at 87 points. Shane Ray, I think would be a great fit at left outside linebacker because we want to, shift a little bit of our scheme around. We got him at 90 points. And then John Miller, a right guard, because we don't have a single right guard at the moment. He's also at 90 points. Let's see if we get any of these guys going into the second week, or if another team happens to steal them from us. I hope not. So I have good news, and I also have bad news here. So Jake Elliott, we got. Trevor Williams, we didn't. Dante Fowler, we did not. But Preston Smith, we did. Mr. Miller, we did. Jason Verrett, we didn't. And then we got Shane Ray. So I didn't get a single one of the corners that I wanted. I hope there's still someone available for us to take. Now, I ended up trying to go after Ty Montgomery because no one else is offering him a contract, so we're going to try to sign him at about $8.5 million over the course of 3 years. We also offered a contract to EJ Gaines and to Brian Poole. I need at least one of these corners, if not both. I would rather not draft any corners out of this draft. It looks a little bit weak, but I need at least one of these guys to come through. This week, though, in free agency, things actually went a little bit better. So not only did we get EJ Gaines, we also got Brian Poole, and then we got Ty Montgomery as well. So we filled a lot of gaps on our team. I'm happy with how free agency went. We've done everything we need to do with free agency, and the next thing up is the draft, which will be in the next episode. But I want to give you guys a quick look at sort of the talent that's on the board. So in the future episodes of the series, we'll go much more in depth with this, but this is just kind of a high-level view for you guys. So the top prospect is Demetrius Maddox, and I actually didn't even show you guys where our draft rankings are. I cannot believe how lucky we got here. So look at where we are. We have the first overall pick because we have the worst record in the league. We also got the third overall pick, the fourth overall pick. Thank you to the teams that tanked for us. And then we got the 29th pick. I think that was probably the Falcons pick because they actually had a really good record. Matt Ryan was like an MVP candidate. But we have 3 of the first 4 picks. Now, what I think I'm going to end up doing is trading one of those picks to try to get another pick either in this year's draft in the first round or later on in next year's draft, depending on the talent that I kind of see. But I need some help from you guys. You can see the left-hand side. We need help at QB. Fullback is whatever. Wide receiver, we need help. The offensive line entirely needs help. There is some decent talent here, but I mean, if you look at Demetrius Maddox, this kid is off the chart. This is a no-doubt pick in my opinion. I think we have to go with him first overall. He's a strong arm type quarterback. He's got A+ throw power, A- for throw accuracy short, and then B+ for throw accuracy medium. He was second in the 40-yard dash, second in vert jump, first in the broad jump, third in the 3-cone, third in the 20-yard shuttle, and fourth in the bench press. This is like a can't miss prospect to me. I have to take this guy, in my opinion. But again, I need some feedback in the comments down below of who I should be taking there. Nathan Russell, another good quarterback here. His combine grade wasn't great. Some of his sort of top skills aren't as great. Still looks like he's a solid quarterback as well. Daryl Sanders is the right end. I don't know if I want to really go there that high. Marcus Adams is a guy I'm looking at as well. He was top 5 in both 40-yard dash, 3-cone, and in the 20-yard shuttle. His strength isn't very good, but he could be a guy that's, a good middle of the round, first-round guy. Right tackle is definitely a need for our team. You can see here, this guy only has 1 top 10. I'm going to kind of go down a little bit more. Dimitri Green, this guy actually I like at tight end. He is top 3 in every single category, especially bench press. So I have to imagine, even though he's a vertical threat, he's probably pretty good at blocking. His top skills, as you can tell, though, aren't great. So I'm a little nervous there. If we keep going down, Akeem Moore, got a good middle linebacker here. He's got top 10 in a couple of categories. Jamal Burgess, this guy looks pretty solid if you ask me. He's got a top 3. Everything else is above, I guess, top 15 or top 20. And then we've got Cameron Rodgers, who's a halfback. I think actually there's a halfback that I wanted to look at to show you guys. I think it's Devontae Royce. So Rodgers is listed as the guy, but look at this guy's combine grade, 7.6. I never really see one that high. This guy's got a 40-yard dash. He was second there. He's got 26 in vert jump, so he can't jump. He's got his broad jump is pretty bad. His 3-cone is really good. His 20-yard shuttle is good, and his bench press is outstanding. Was he a power back? I think he was a power. So this guy's actually a power back. He looks to be really good. I mean, I can honestly see us taking Devontae Royster with our third pick if he's still there, and maybe with our first pick we're taking Demetrius Maddox. I need to know from you guys who you think I should be taking. Leave me some feedback down below. Where should we focus? Should we get these high skill position players immediately? Should we go to offensive line? I need to know from you guys. So leave me a comment down below. We'll catch the draft in the very next episode, and the games will be beginning very soon as the Bills are now the Toronto Thunderbirds, and we'll see how they pan out.